Does this bother people, me doing this? Oh God. Let's appreciate this melanin. Hi everybody, my name is Chastiny and welcome to my YouTube. If you're new here, pull up a chair, tell me your name. If you're a returning member of the family, what's happening? Are you breaking cycles? I hope so. I hope so. What character do you relate the most to? Like, who do you relate to the most? For the longest time, I feel like I relate most to Luna Lovegood. She is just perfectly happy being her normal, weird self. And she's still very clever. She's still very smart. And even though people call her Looney Lovegood, like, she is just like the most perfect person ever, kind of, to me. Like, I learned from her that it's okay to be yourself. You know, it's just good. Like, I find myself drawn to Luna Lovegood. I love her very much. So that's who I love. And I feel more related to than anyone. Which is weird because I ship Luna and Harry, but I don't particularly like Harry. Is that weird? Yeah, that's weird. I don't want to date Harry. Ugh. Okay, let's go. My good friend Berna's Bookish Adventures did this tag a long time ago. Maybe like 2 or 3 months ago while I was in my semester. So I was like, I want to do that tag, but I don't have the time. I've already pre-recorded all of my videos. So guess what I'm going to do now? Now I'm going to do it. I'm tagging myself and I'm going to do the video. Because why not? It'll be fun. So let's get started. Let's get started. Second Tomes Book Tag by Julia. Question 1. Do you buy secondhand books? Yes, I do. I love secondhand books. I don't care if they're secondhand or not. I think almost all of my books I've ever had, except for the Harry Potter books, have been secondhand. If the book is good enough shape and there are no missing pages, I will buy a secondhand book. I don't care if everybody's already read it or it's already been open. I don't care if it's been bent. I don't care. I do care if they're dog-eared. Don't dog-eared books. I don't understand that when you can have a perfectly good dollar bill as a bookmark. Bring that back. Question 2. What was your latest purchase? My latest purchase were these 4 Harlequin books. I already did my videos on them. They are quite interesting. All of them but one are worth reading if you want to, have a good read, a quick read. And if you're new, go watch all the other videos to try to figure out which one is not worth reading. And if you're another returning member of the family, you already know which one's not worth reading. Question 3. What condition do you find acceptable? Tattered books, untattered books? I don't mind a tattered book. I mean, I like a book that's been read and it has some life in it. There's been people that's just been like reading through it. If I get a secondhand book and it hasn't been opened, except for maybe just a little bit, it's probably not that great of a book. So it kind of gives me that weird vibe of like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. This is a warning. Don't do it. But I don't really mind a tattered book as long as it all has its pages. When I was in the Navy, I got stuck there. And so I would read a book. I read Ender's Game. And it was a tattered book. And guess what was missing? Like the last 5 pages. So I went through boot camp not knowing what was going on in the last 5 pages of the book. I have no idea how Ender Games ended until I saw the movie. And I was like, is that how it ended in the book? I don't know. Kind of made me mad. So yeah, I have a real thing about missing pages. Pisses me off. Question 4. After you read a book, do you keep it for a reread or do you donate it? I've actually kept all of my books that I ever read, even the ones I've DNF'd and the ones I don't particularly like. I will eventually donate books, like when I was a cheerleading coach, I had a ton of Goosebumps books and a ton of R.L. Stine books, which now I'm like, I shouldn't have given them away. I could have had so many series, but they're all in North Carolina anyway. I am a hoarder when it comes to books. I don't like to give away my books, but I have donated books before. I remember when I was a cheerleading coach, we decided to have a yard sale to try to raise money, and so each girl brought different things that they were willing to sell. And so I donated series upon series of R.L. Stine books, and those were like the first to go. And I was like, oh, it hurt me because I was like, y'all just not gonna go, and y'all just gonna take my books and stuff. It hurt my feelings, but I was happy to see them go to a kid because the grandpa was there, and the kid was like, oh, I want to get all these books. So the grandpa just bought all the books up, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to read it to him. So it has a second life, because honestly, I wasn't gonna reread the Goosebumps books because I aged out of those books a long time ago, and I was running out of bookshelf space anyway. Plus, it gave me another reason to buy more books. But yeah, but if I can, I will keep my books as long as I can. So question 5 is, do you have a favorite place to go get secondhand books? No, not really. I don't really know any place like that'll go to have a secondhand, like not a particular place. I do go to yard sales, I do go to thrift stores, but I don't really have a favorite place to go pick up secondhand books. Though I used to go to the yard sale that the library had once a year when they were cleaning out the library to get ready for new stuff. I used to go and look at the books and see if I could find any there. If I had to, I would go there. Most of my secondhand books that I get are like free. Like, people give them to me. They're like, you like to read? Here's a book. In fact, people gave me books the other day. I'm always getting books. So, question 6. Hardback or paperback books? Do you have a preference? I didn't think I had a preference until I started thinking about this question, but I think I prefer paperbacks. Only because when I'm reading and I'm in my different like areas, I like to take the book and I like to bend it all the way over like this, and it kind of is cringy when I try to do it with the hardback. But paperback, you can fold it in half and you can just hold it like this. I don't know. I like the bendiness of a book, but I like the glossiness of a hardback. But then again, I'm also cheap, so I will get a soft cover faster than I would get a hardback book. I'm not trying to pay all that money for the same amount of words. No. I guess I have a preference for paperback books after all. Who knew? Look at me learning new stuff about myself. Question 7. Have you found any real gems? Like fancy, really cool books kind of gems, or like things that mean a lot to me kind of gems? I found one that I considered a real gem. It's a red hardback book, and it's called Love Stories, and it's a collection, I think, of like 15 love stories, and I've read 2 of the stories over and over again. One of them is called A Walk to Remember, and it's just about a girl, she's getting married, and the guy goes AWOL to tell her he loves her, and he's like, I just want to let you know that I love you and I want you to marry me. And she's like, I can't do that, I'm getting married. And they go for a walk to talk about it. I love that story. It's a cute little story. In fact, somebody acted it out on YouTube around here somewhere. I don't know. And the second story that's in that book is called Four Poster, and it's a play, and it's about like a married couple, and you see them come in right after they got married, and the whole thing just, it's like them growing up and becoming an older couple and how they're dealing with their kids, but it's all centered around the 4-poster bedroom. So I think that's a really nice story. I don't know, I just love those 2. I'm pretty sure there's other great love stories in there, but those are the 2 I just reread all the time, and I think that's a real gem for me. One day I will show you the book, but right now it's in North Carolina. But I really do love those 2. Like, My mom was going through my books the other day and she's like, which ones do you want to throw away? And she was like, what about this old red book? I said, no, don't throw it away. I love that one. I only read 2 stories out of there, but those both are my stories and I love them. All right, so question 8 is optional. And it says, find a book that you can donate to charity. So, 1 second. I found 2 books that I am willing to part with and donate to charity. The first one is, of course, Harry Potter and the Lost Child. I think I read the first act. How far did I get into this? Oh, look. Oh, no, I don't think I got that far into it. See how it has that stiffness? You know I didn't open this all the way. You see how new that still is? It's not that great. I heard that it's better when it's acted out, but don't get me wrong, I love me some Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling, but I was like, I don't think I got past Act 2 in this book, but I would definitely donate this. And the husband list, I would donate to charity. Oddly enough, these are the 2 books I've DNF'd. These are the only 2 books that I think I've ever DNF'd. Other books I've pushed my way through. Other books I have fussed about. But these 2 I just stopped reading. Like, I just stopped. Most people would probably be like, yeah, I see why you stopped reading this. I don't know why I stopped reading this book. This book is just, maybe I should give it another chance? It's just weird. It's like, it's set back in the day, like, what, 1894, and the girl, I guess she's a tomboy, and the guy is like her brother's best friend. I don't know, I stopped reading it. It was not entertaining enough for me. And this is before I was even burnt out by college. And question 9 is simply tag some people. So, I would like to tag all of you who are watching. I would like to tag any newbies that are out there and just happen to come across my page. I would like to tag anybody who's willing to give this tag a shot. I know it's an old tag, but you can do it. I did it, you can do it. It'll be fun. It'll be something we share together. And if you do the tag, you should let me know so I can come watch and support you. I want to support you guys like you guys support me. I appreciate the support that I get, and I hope that you guys let me help you appreciate you. I don't know. Alright everybody, I hope you guys had a great week and enjoy your weekend. It's never goodbye, but see you later.